The Kentucky Wildcats are a team that I still believe can make the Final Four and even cut down the nets. Their offensive firepower with Trey Mitchell, DJ Wagner, Rob Dillingham, Reed Shepard, and Antonio Reeves I think will be too much for a lot of people to guard. Kentucky currently, however, sits at a 16-6 record overall with a 6-4 record in conference play. They had previously lost 3 of their 4 games before beating Vandy this past Tuesday, 109-77. To get to March and cut down the nets, Kentucky's going to have to fix a lot of their troubles on the defensive side of the ball when it comes to communication, picking up off ball screens, stopping the ball, and boxing out. I'm Jayden Knows Hoops with TWSN, and I'm here to break down what Kentucky needs to fix on the defensive side of the ball to ensure them a run in March on my brand new series called Court Vision. Kentucky's ball screen coverage has been terrible all season, and it's the first issue that needs to be addressed if they want to make a run in March. Antonio Reeves here in A&M is guarding Tyrese Radford, a special type of slasher. Trey Mitchell's got to be on the other side, which is going towards Tyrese Radford's right hand, and he's got to hedge and make Tyrese Radford come back the other way. Antonio Reeves doesn't even side up Radford's, but Radford's going to use his strong hand to go to the right side and get all the way to the rim because Trey Mitchell did not hedge. It makes it matters worse is that Ugo gets sealed out and can't even make a play at the rim. Now you're going to see Meechie Johnson come get a ball screen from the top right here. And Antonio Reeves still doesn't side him up to either side. And Bradshaw is just playing kind of like loose off the screener. But Bradshaw has to get to this other side. As you can see, the screen's coming from the right side of the floor. And Meechie Johnson's going to go right because he's right-handed. Bradshaw plays the left side, and Meechie Johnson gets to it all the way to his right hand and finishes at the rim. Now let's go back to early on in the year when Kentucky faced Carolina. RJ Davis is bringing the ball up against Rob Dillingham. Rob Dillingham does a good job trying to force him off the screen. Now Trey Mitchell still has to get over to that top side, which is the right side, RJ Davis' strong hand, to cut him off and hedge hard to where RJ Davis can't get to the rim. Once RJ Davis is able to get the screen, he gets to step on Dillingham since there's no Trey Mitchell over there to hedge and turn him back the other way. Now we're going to go back to the A&M game as we see DJ Wagner guarding Wade Taylor up top. Wade Taylor's going to come off a ball screen going to the left hand, but pause it. Trey Mitchell stops him, does a good job of getting underneath that screen and cutting off Wade Taylor all the way at the three-point line. But he has to wait till DJ Wagner gets all the way in front of him to make sure he has Wade Taylor. He can't just vacate just because he already did his job. And that leaves Wade Taylor open for another three with just enough space. Another problem for Kentucky has been their poor effort in box outs all season. Dalton Connect is going to come off a ball screen against Eduthiero. Aaron Bradshaw does a great job of hedging. Antonio Reeves does a great job of taking that roll option away. Dillingham closes to the corner. They throw it back out. Josiah Jordan-James three. Nice hand from Trey Mitchell. Loose ball. Did they get off the rebound? No. Gainey's the first one on the floor. That's been a problem for Kentucky all year long, and they have to get on the floor. But pause as the shot goes up. Jordan Gainey is going to shoot a deep three. Now everyone must turn and hit and box out. As you can see, the only person coming to crash underneath that three-point line already is Josiah Jordan-James in the corner. He has a mismatch on Rob Dillingham, and Rob Dillingham never really made contact with him outside that three-point line for the box out. Josiah Jordan-James has the height advantage, and he gets the rebound. Now in this clip, we're going to see Kentucky struggling to guard in transition defense. Mitchell's going to set a screen up top. Tremar Mark is going to get in the lane, shoot a pull-up jump shot. Now as we freeze it, Eduthiero and Reed Shepard are both watching the shot go up instead of hitting somebody and boxing them out. As you can see, number 6 and number 8 to the back of them are both uninvited, and they're going to try to crash and get this rebound. Eduthiero should hit number 8 because he's close to the baseline. Shepard should hit number 6, but neither of them do that and try to just out-jump their way to the ball and at least to an offensive rebound. Now, this is a problem because in March, it's going to be a drive and kick out just like this for a 3, and it could be a dagger in a certain situation. I wanted to show a couple clips from their win over Vanderbilt from Tuesday, as they still didn't really dive on loose balls and box out like they should have. You can see a DHO from Mignon, a dribble handoff. He's going to get into the lane and shoot a mid-range jump shot. Pause it as he shoots it. As you can see in the corner, Jordan Burks in deny defense, but he has to get to the guy in the corner and box him out from right outside that three-point line. He's not going to do so, and the guy's going to sprint to the rim and get hand on the ball, tip it back out. And now Antonio Reeves is so hesitant in trying to go get the loose ball, which leads to a nice swing, and another swing for a corner 3. And this is just something Kentucky cannot have in March because you can't be hesitant or take plays off. In this clip, you're going to see Kentucky's guards get out-hustled for a rebound. Mignon's going to spin off Dillingham behind the back and go in the middle lane and shoot the layup. Pause it right here. Rob Dillingham's contesting the layup, and Reed Shepard is literally uninvited, no one around him, can go get this rebound quickly as the layup goes up. But Mignon's going to miss his shot and still get his rebound and get an and one tip in. For the next couple of clips, we're going to look at some free throw blockouts. As you can see, Aduthiero is boxing out Jordan Gainey alongside Reed Sheppard. Someone has to get the shooter, and Aduthiero, since he's on the bottom, has to box out Gainey. He's supposed to push Gainey up the lane towards the free throw shooter and box him out so where he can't get any pass to the rim to get this rebound. But instead, Jordan Gainey is going to step behind, just wrap around, and go get the board, and this gives Tennessee another possession. Here's another missed box out by Kentucky's Aduthiero. I don't want to make it seem like I'm picking on him because he's actually one of Kentucky's best rebounders, but I've seen a lot of Kentucky players do this, and this needs to be fixed. Aduthiero still needs to push his man towards the free throw shooter once the ball hits the rim. He can't just simply step towards the rim and get this rebound because you don't know whether he's going short or long. That's why he's got to get low, put a butt on his man, and push him back towards the free throw shooter. As you can see, once the ball hits the rim, he's going to step, and it's going to go over his head, and it's going to go back out for another Vanderbilt possession. I had to include this possession from the Texas A&M game because it perfectly demonstrates how Kentucky's poor effort on the glass would get them beat. Radford gets all the way into the lane and dumps it off to his big, who's going to miss this dunk. And the ball is going to sail on the rim and slowly come off. But as we pause it, you're going to see all 5 Kentucky players are just looking at this ball. And once it finally rolls off, Reed Sheppard is the only one who tries to make an attempt to go get this ball. But he's hounded by Texas A&M players and one who kind of goes over the back and gets that rebound for Texas A&M. Kentucky cannot have these mental and effort type lapses if they're trying to go win a natty. But Texas A&M isn't done as they get their reset possession with Wade Taylor out top, guarded by Reed Sheppard. He's going to put Reed Sheppard on his hip, shoot a little floater in the lane, and Aaron Bradshaw had a great position right there, but just can't get the box out. Tap in by their big dude, number 10, and he's just going to stick with it and out-hustle and out-hard Kentucky for that rebound. Kentucky's going to have to get some grit late in the season if they were poised to make a run. Another problem for Kentucky is their miscommunication on out-of-bounds unders. Here, Kentucky's setting up to guard an out-of-bounds under from Tennessee. Dalton Connect, one of the best scorers and shooters, guarded by Aduthiero out top, and he's going to get an up screen to start this play by Jordan Gainey. Rob Dillingham is in the position that he needs to be, but he has to stay there until Dalton Connect meets and makes contact with him, just so Dalton Connect doesn't get the easiest option out of here at the rim for a dunk. But instead of staying, Rob Dillingham is going to follow the up screen in Jordan Gainey to go to the corner because he's worried about that 3 to shoot. And he's going to leave Dalton Connect wide open and Aduthiero trailing the screen for a dunk. Tennessee gets another out-of-bounds under look against Kentucky, and they're going to run the same play from the previous clip, with just slightly different positioning. Dalton Connect's going to come off a screen from Jordan Gainey again, and he's getting guarded by Justin Edwards. Rob Dillingham is supposed to stay in the circle and meet Dalton Connect before he can get a clean path to the rim, just so that they don't throw that pass underneath the basket for another dunk. Instead, he's going to hug up on Jordan Gainey off this up screen because Jordan Gainey is going to get a screen for the screener action to go to the corner for a potential 3. But since Rob vacates and Justin is trailing, Dalton Connect is wide open for a punch. With that, I still believe the Cats can make the Final Four. I just think Cal can correct those defensive errors with this team, even though it's getting kind of close to tournament time. I do believe that this team still can make a deep run. Their offense is just way too explosive. They haven't really been fully healthy, as Trey Mitchell just had to miss with a back injury. DJ Wagner has been out with an ankle. All the 7-footers haven't really played together. Aduthiero is just getting his legs back. I just think this team is too talented, too loaded to not make a run in the tournament, and I truly believe in them.